Utah Law Enforcement. In this course, we will review the process by which the Division of Real Estate, the Division, and the Utah Real Estate Commission, the Commission, enforce the statute and the administrative rules. This course has only one chapter. In this course, we will cover the following: the complaint process, investigation process, hearing process, remedies available to the Division and Commission, other methods of initiating discipline. Course objectives. By the end of the course, you will be able to do the following: explain the process in which the Division handles a complaint against a licensee. Explain due process. Define the possible sanctions against a licensee. Much of the disciplinary process against real estate licensees is driven by the complaint process. Any person may file a complaint against a real estate licensee. The person initiating the complaint may be a client of the real estate licensee, another real estate licensee, or any member of the general public affected by the actions of a real estate licensee. Complaints must be filed in writing with the Division. The Division has placed the complaint form on their website for easy access to all members of the public. The Division will not accept anonymous complaints. However, the Division will attempt to keep the name of the individual filing the complaint confidential if requested and it is possible. Once an individual completes the complaint form, they must submit it to the Division via mail, fax, or hand delivery. Once the complaint is received by the Division, it goes through a screening process. Please note the Division only investigates alleged violations of the statute or rules. The Division does not get involved in any personal or commission disputes. Let's assume you are a licensed agent affiliated with a principal broker. You close a real estate transaction and feel you are owed a commission. The broker disagrees and refuses to pay you commission. You feel your written contract with the broker entitles you to your commission. The Division will usually not get involved in such a dispute. This type of dispute should be handled by the legal system. You should consult an attorney on how best to proceed. Let's review another example. We will assume you're trying to sell your own home and have listed it with a real estate broker. You've not heard from your listing broker for weeks and he refuses to return your call. Is this an issue for the Division? Most likely, this is not an issue for the Division. The allegation does not involve a violation of any rule or breaking of any law. Let's review another example. You are attempting to purchase a new home and have enlisted the help of your neighbor who is a real estate licensee. You find a home and begin negotiations. When you write the offer, you give your agent $500 in cash for the earnest money deposit. Instead of depositing the funds, the agent spends the money on a vacation. You want to recover your $500 deposit. Is this a case for the Division? Yes. The Division will most likely investigate because the allegations involve the violation of a rule or statute. However, as we will discuss, you may not be satisfied with the remedies or disciplinary options available to the Division. Once the Division receives a complaint, a member of the investigative staff will review the merits of the complaint. If the complaint does not involve an allegation of violation of rule or law, the process generally ends. If the complaint does involve an allegation of violation of rule or law, the Division will either request additional information or officially open the complaint. If the Division requests additional information from a licensee, the licensee must respond to the Division's request within 10 business days of receiving the request. Additional time may be granted by the Division if they specify a longer period of time in the request. If the Division feels the complaint has merit, they will open an official case for the complaint. When this occurs, the licensees will receive a notice of complaint from the Division outlining the grounds for the complaint. Again, the licensee has 10 business days to respond to the complaint. A licensee will violate the administrative rules if they fail to respond to either a notice of complaint, request for information, or any other notice from the Division within the specified time period. Failure to respond is grounds for an additional complaint to be filed against the licensee. The division then proceeds to investigate grounds for the complaint. During the investigation process, the division may renew any and all records of licensees, interview witnesses, subpoena witnesses and records, complainants and licensees, and other acts necessary to investigate the complaint. Cease and desist orders. The division has a few remedies that are available early in the investigative process. If the division has reason to believe a person is engaging in acts which would constitute a violation of the rules or the law, it may issue an order requiring the person to stop committing the act. The division does not need proof of a violation in order to issue a cease and desist order, just reasonable belief. If the person to whom the order was given is violating the rules or law and continues to do so, the division is able to pursue continued discipline.